Yeah, I guess you could say that's it's pretty eerie actually. Uh, it's just been a long road, a long time coming, and this is one of the things that's just in the back of your mind that you never really think about until it gets here, and I guess that moment has come for us now. So.
What have you reflected on in the last few days, Jerel?
Really, more than anything, I just been just thinking about the game. Just because it's so just a couple of days out of it. I've been thinking about the game and all the things that transpired during that time, and just trying to give myself a little bit of closure with everything, and trying to get ready just to move forward with whatever the next thing is for all of us.
The thing about the game, is it regrets? Is it just thinking through play after play and just wondering what you could have done?
I don't think it's regrets. I think anytime you just in such a close game and the stakes are high or were as high as they were then, that you just think about every single play and all the plays that you made, all the plays that you didn't make, plays that teammates made or didn't make or could have made, whatever it may be. You think about all those things because anytime you got a game like that that's so close, a play here or there could turn the game around. We can come out of that game and we can still be playing heading into this weekend. So.
How hard is it not to be playing right now?
It's tough. It's real tough, man. It's a bad feeling, especially when you feel like we played hard enough, and I think we played well enough to win that game and still be playing and going to a Sweet 16 right now. But it's hard to cope with, and especially for the fact for us older guys who we don't get a chance to be like, okay, I'm gonna hit the gym extra hard this summer, and we'll be back next year and we're gonna win that game next year. It's it's the last time for us, and I felt like we did an unbelievable job though, just leaving it all out there. But like I said, it's tough. It's a tough situation. It's a game that we all wanted to win, for this university and for each other. So.
Jerel, when you three guys came in, there wasn't a lot of expectations. First year in the Big East, people thought that you would take your lumps. You finished fourth that year.
Mm-hmm.
Just wondering what you've seen from this team, what you're leaving behind, what do you project outward? How do you see the near future and maybe the long-term future of this program?
That's a good question. It's hard to imagine this team just right now. It's just so hard to imagine a team without us guys actually being on it. So it's something I actually had to think about. But just as far as everybody who's coming back on this team's ability and things like that, I think we got plenty of guys who are capable of being competitive and winning games in this conference at the Big East. But at the same time, one of the things that I'm for sure about is not necessarily everybody's abilities, but I know that all those guys will compete, and they'll play as hard as any team in the conference in the country, and I know Coach Buzz will do a great job of making sure of that as well. And on this level of basketball, talent isn't always the most important thing. So a lot of times it's about your heart, your character, and how hard you play. And I know this team, just coming in next year and years to come, they'll be one of the hardest playing teams, and not only in the conference but in the country as well.
You mentioned Buzz too. You saw the first time he really got a chance to coach on this level.
Mm-hmm.
How much growth potential do you see in him? Where do you see him going?
I think with Coach, he has an unbelievable amount ahead of him that's really good. He got a lot of good things to come in his career, and for him stepping in, as the head coach of a major university like this, and a really well-established team like he did this past year, it gives me a unbelievable confidence in him. And more than anything, now I'm excited to see what he's gonna do after a couple years when he recruits his own guys, and he toughens those guys up himself for 4 years, and see what type of recruiting class and things like that he can bring here. But like I said, the most important thing about Coach is that like I said, he'll get every single person on his roster to play hard. Like I said, I think we'll be the hardest playing team, and that's the type of culture that we created here at Marquette over the last 4 years. That we play as hard as anybody in the conference in the country, and I think when you do that at this level, like I said, that's one of the main key ingredients to having success.
Looking forward personally, obviously you'd like to play at the next level. How do you think your game translates to the NBA, and have you set up anything as far as now getting yourself in position to be drafted?
It's a situation where I'm confident in my abilities and everything I could do on the court, and the type of person I am off the court. I definitely know that and feel that I could play at that level, and I will play at that level. But as far as setting things up right now, just trying to force myself to take a little bit of time off and just recuperate and get my body and everything back to 100%, start feeling good again. Then after that, I get back into the gym and start working again and start getting ready for that next level and doing the things I need to do to be successful at the next level.
Looking back, what's different about Jerel McNeal personally than when you first stepped foot on campus 4 years ago?
I think just just the maturity, and I'm pretty sure anybody who comes into college as a freshman and leaves as a senior over 4 years of playing basketball at a high major university will tell you the same thing. Probably it's probably a cliche answer, but that's one of the biggest things. You come here, it's almost like a situation. You come in as a young man and leave as a man, and I think I've done that over my 4 years, and just how much I mature. I can see it in myself, and it's a situation where I know others around me see it as well too. So that I think that'd be the main thing that's changed about me.
Jerel, a lot of the fans had an emotional reaction to Lazar's play on the inbounds pass. Do people kind of need to keep in mind that without his performance in the first round, you guys might not have been there? And going forward, is this his team next year, do you think?
Just as far as the play goes, like you said, I don't know if it's an emotional reaction they were having in spite of Lazar, but, we wouldn't be in the NCAA tournament if it wasn't for Lazar. And you could do that for any of the other guys on this team. If we don't have Dominique for the whole year, if you don't have me, if you don't have Wes, if you don't have Dwight, we're in the same situation. So one play never wins or loses a game for you. It's point blank period. It was a play. He made a mistake. I'm pretty sure he got a little bit ahead of himself and it's kind of stepped over the line there a little bit. I still haven't seen the play myself, and but it's a situation where, like I said, we wouldn't be in. We would have been in a much worse off situation. We wouldn't have had Lazar Hayward the entire year, and going into next year, I think he's gonna have to be one of the focal points and leaders of this team, definitely. And if he can't get this team to where they need to be, especially from a defensive perspective, I think that's going to be the biggest thing. Lazar's going to have to step up and be one of the defensive leaders of this team and help this team, help everybody focus on getting stops. And if they're not able to do that, it's going to be a tough time for them.
Jerel, what have you said to him in the last day or two, just to say, hey, it's your team now, to put that behind him, that play behind him?
Nothing yet. I'm still trying to work on exactly what he needs to hear. But I'll still be around for a while, so I'll definitely sit down with him and have that talk before I leave, or I'm not around anymore. I should say that.
Jerel, it's obvious that you're still hurt and you still want to be playing. It's also obvious you've had one of the great careers ever by a Marquette player. We'll probably appreciate it more when you're all done and old and gray like me. But right now, can you just reflect on a wonderful career and how you would like to be remembered by your fans?
Just going off what you said, that's it's one of the toughest things to do, to reflect on my own career, just because I just been so wrapped up in all of it over the last 4 years, and now 2 days after you lose your final game, it's hard just to sit back and just really reflect on my own career. But more than anything, I just remember just the times we had as a team more than anything, and ups and downs and everything that we went through as a team, the good times, the bad times, and I think that's what draws you so close with some of the guys on your team, is just the different trials and tribulations that you go through over the course of 4 years. But just from a personal standpoint, I still can't even think about it yet. I think it'd be hard for me to look back on myself as being a former Marquette player and to actually leave. And it's been an unbelievable ride for me, and I've enjoyed every step of the way, and I'm unbelievably thankful for the position I've been put in and have been in over the last couple of years. But just as far as reflecting, though, you might have to give me a couple more months or maybe a year to do that. I can't talk about it yet.